This is why I train in martial arts.
Developing this morning, rapper and actor Bow Wow is facing charges after he was arrested Saturday morning in Midtown. Bow Wow, whose real name is Shad Moss, reportedly got into a physical fight with a woman named Leslie Holden.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta police tell Fox 5 Holden claims he attacked her, but he told police she attacked him. TMZ has identified Holden as Moss's ex-girlfriend. The outlet says Moss is in town promoting a Super Bowl pop-up shop for his mother. Both Moss and Holden face assault charges.
Yes, this is why I train in martial arts, because you could be attacked by a woman that could scratch up your face like Bow Wow's ex-girlfriend did to him. Now, if you read what TMZ and Madame Noir said about this, basically, Bow Wow was with his ex-girlfriend at a party, and she was flirting too much with some guy, and he got into it with her. When they got home, they were arguing. He told her not to hang all over him. She called him a B word, A word, N word, something that rhymes with witch trash trigger. Okay. And he set her bags by the door, and she threw a lamp at him, but the lamp missed, and she started scratching up his face. And if you go to the Willie D video, you see I left a comment there, my spiel, my shtick. This is why I train in martial arts. And I left a link to my playlist, and I'm going to put that below. Bow Wow in the TMZ report also said that he held back. I believe he held back. But there's a way that you can defend yourself and hold back, but without having to get scratched up. And that's to use the techniques that I outlined in the playlist. And I'm not going to go through the techniques in this video because, one, I got the playlist, and you can go to the playlist. And two, a lot of y'all think until it happens to you that you already know how to fight and you big and bad and all this other stuff, and you don't care if a woman gumps up in your face, you're just gonna knock her out and all this other stuff, or you're gonna look at me and go, who is he? Who is this guy? I don't know him. What does he know? Whatever. I'm not gonna listen to his stuff, his little made up martial art style. Guys, stop thinking that training for competition or training for this fight in the street that's going to happen is going to happen. Stop thinking that. Stop thinking that you got to use combat training materials. Yes, the lips are ashy. Stop thinking that you have to study these so-called self-defense and combat styles. Most of us are not going to be professional fighters. Most of us stand a bigger chance of being in a situation like what Bow Wow was in, rather than this imaginary super combat ninja black ops Navy SEALs type fantasy that you got going, where you're going to pick off 35 people with your bare hands or with your feet in nunchucks like it's a Bruce Lee movie. Most of you are going to have to deal with something like this. Whereas you have a domestic situation, and unfortunately you picked the wrong partner because you may not have known she was violent, because you either saw no signs or you didn't know the warning signs that a woman is violent. And not only that, these days a lot of women are socialized to think that no matter what a man does, a woman is not supposed to hit them. And I agree with that, Kev. I feel like you shouldn't hit a woman no matter what. But I also know that we don't live in should, and we don't live in ideal situations. And sometimes a woman may come at you so hard that you're going to have to do something physical. So if you would like some options that don't include knocking her out, although that is an option that I have in there. Because in one of my videos, I tell you, if she's trained and she's coming at you with training, then if she's trained real well and you're not, what are you going to do? You don't have the advantage anymore because her training is meant to nullify your male strength advantage. So what are you going to do? Then you're going to have to do what you got to do. But if you want choices, if you want to be able to defend yourself without having to get scratched up in the face, One, you could take a martial arts class, and also two, you should take a look at the playlist that I'm putting below this video and practice some of this stuff with your friends. And then you'll have some choices that you can use when a woman comes after you. Okay? And if you're near me, sign up for one of my martial arts classes. Now, let me put this open letter to Bow Wow. If he happens to come across this. Bow Wow, I'll train you. But as bad as I need the money, and I would love charging a celebrity like you $100 an hour or something like that, which really isn't unreasonable. I should probably be charging people like $60 an hour anyway for private lessons. So that really wouldn't be some kind of extraordinary celebrity rate. I would still require, because it says so on my site, that private lessons for people who have trained with me at the community center. I would still want to see you make the effort of coming to one community center class. And that's because of ego. See, a lot of you guys, you think you can just handle whatever a woman does, and your ego is going to get you in trouble. And I'm going to go dark here for a second. I really think part of the problem is that a lot of people don't think that they're capable of killing people. You don't think you're capable of killing somebody. You say, oh, I'll kill. No, you don't realize that you are capable of killing someone. Anybody, in my opinion, is capable of committing murder on anyone else if they are pushed far enough. Now, if that makes me sound crazy, fine. But the reason why I have never murdered anyone is because I believe that anyone can be pushed to that limit. So I try to keep things from going that far. I think that when you have not looked into the darkness within your own soul, and you don't have any type of combative training or exposure to violence, you don't really know what you might do. You don't realize that every human being has their limits. So ladies, keep your hands to yourself. Fellas, keep your hands to yourself. And if this other person, if this is a lady, that just can't keep her hands to herself and she attacks you fellas, and you know you were raised not to hit women, or you're just being a realist and you know that, if I put my hands on her, they're just going to lock me up no matter what, because you see what happened to Bow Wow. They're both fighting. His face is scratched up. They take both of them to jail. You saw the photo. Which one of them do you think was the aggressor? You know she was the aggressor. That's the bias in our society. And it's not just racial. It's a gender bias. There's a fight between a man and a woman. They're going to try to put the man in jail. I think if you want to reduce your chances of going to jail, use some defensive tactics so that there's not a mark on you, there's not a mark on her. I think it will reduce your chances of going to jail. Okay? And I have actually used similar techniques to these. And, I'm not recommending a technique that I have not tested in some way and that I don't know works. Okay? And I don't want to put too many people's business out there, but I'll just say I have used some of this stuff, and no, it wasn't with my wife, so don't go there. But, so I know it works. And it's been times that I've been attacked, not just by females either, by people who had no business attacking me. I shut down the attack without hurting them. And then they go, oh, man, this guy really could have. Yeah, that guy really could have. Okay? So, take a look at the playlist. If you're near me, sign up for a class. Bow Wow, if you're watching this, I'll train you. You just have to go through one community center class. Then I trust that you trust me, and I trust you, and then I train you. And if you ain't want anybody to know that I was training you, I just wouldn't tell anybody if that's what you want. If I want to get any type of credit for it, I just say I got a private student that's a celebrity. Or if you don't even want me to say that, I just say I got a private student. So, this topic really, if you watch my channel, this topic really grates and gets on my nerves. That's why I have a couple of videos about the Emily Rand situation. People, we have got to do better with some of the situations. You women have got to stop attacking men. Not all of you, just you, the ones who think it's okay to be violent. Let's keep our hands to ourselves before, before the guys start putting more women in the hospital because the women are attacking them. And the thing is, the more and more this stuff starts to happen, I think after a while, when men retaliate, I think the law is just going to let them do it. But at the same time, I know if you're a guy and you feel like you have to retaliate, you want to retaliate in a way where you keep your dignity and you keep her from being hurt too bad. And my techniques will do that. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And as always, thank you for your time. Keep your hands to yourself, and peace.